Good morning, children. Okay, so union government about you have learnt, isn't it? Today we are going to learn the state government. Especially our Karnataka we are going to study today. Before that, how many states are there in India? Do you know that? How many? 29 states and 7 union territories, isn't it? Do you know about that all? Yes, children? Okay. Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, here Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, and here Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, then here, okay, uh, Sikkim, then Assam, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, and here Nagaland, here Manipur, and here uh, Mizoram and the Tripura. Okay, and here Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Paschim Bengal, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, then here Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Okay, so 29 states. In these 29 states, again Lakshadweep, Andaman and Nicobar, Puducherry and Chandigarh and the Delhi. Delhi is our national capital, yes or not? And Chandigarh, then Puducherry, then Delhi, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Diu and Daman, Lakshadweep and the Andaman Nicobar. These 7 are the union territories. Do you know the difference between the states government and the union territories? All these union territories, it is working under the central government. Now Jammu Kashmir also, it is working under the Jammu Kashmir and the Ladakh part, isn't it? So it is working under the central government, and all other 28 states are working their own government because they are having their own government. So today we are going to have the Karnataka. All over India, I already said that it is a bicameral legislature. What is that? Bicameral. What is that bicameral? Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha we are having, isn't it? The same thing in Karnataka also, children. We are having bicameral legislature. That is, legislature again is divided for the working. One is legislative assembly and legislative council. Okay. So here again the state government divided into 3 because each and every state central government cannot take the authority or the power, isn't it? Cannot do work properly. For that reason, each and every state they are having their own government. Understood? And these state government, especially in Karnataka, it is again divided into 3. What is that? Legislature, executive and the judiciary. We have learnt in the parliament also, yes or not? Last union government also having 3 organs. What is that? Legislature, executive and the judiciary. The same thing Karnataka also, legislature, executive and the judiciary are the 3 organs or the 3 sectors of the government, children. And in this legislature, again there is a 2 types of the legislature. One is legislative assembly, another one is legislative council. How we have learnt in the union government that legislature is having Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha it is called upper house and the Lok Sabha it is called lower house. And all the power is having the Lok Sabha only, isn't it? The same thing here, legislative assembly, it is having 224 seats. Seats means members. So these members are called MLAs. What is that? MLAs means, what is that? Members of legislative assembly. So how many? 224 seats. Okay. But these legislative assembly, it is the head of the constitution. It is making the constitution or it is making the law for our state, children. Understood? And it is called lower house. And legislative council, there is a 75 members, but these legislative council period means tenure is 6 years. How much it is? 6 years. But the legislative assembly tenure is only 5 years. Legislative council members, for them it is 6 years. This is called upper house. So here also lower house and the upper house. What is that? Legislative assembly called lower house. Legislative council is called, what is that? Upper house. Okay. So how many members in the legislative council? 75 members. Legislative assembly 224 members. Members of the legislative assembly called members of legislative assembly. What is that? MLAs. And here it is called MLC. What is that? MLCs means members of legislative councils. Okay, here legislative assembly, these people, they were elected by the state means, for example, we are our Karnataka, it is divided into 224 election constituencies. What is that? Election constituency, where there is a election held, that is called constituency. Okay, it is divided into 224, so that 224 members. Okay, and the legislative council, it is divided into 75 constituency. Okay, so that here 75 members, these members are called MLC, members of legislative councils. Okay, here legislative assembly, for every 5 years once election will be held, isn't it? So in this election, those who are won the election, they are called representatives, isn't it? So they are the members of the legislative assembly. Means they are getting the vote from the people of their own constituency. For example, Kalburgi constituency is separate, Belagaum it is separate, and Bengaluru it is separate, Uttar Kannada it is separate, yes or not? So like that, Dakshin Kannada, Udupi, every, for example, Karnataka, we are having the 30 districts, isn't it? All districts, we are having the election constituencies. Okay, so they are the members from the, they are won the election from the people on their own constituencies. Okay, for example, Uttar Kannada now Shivaram Hebbara, isn't it? Yes, so Shivaram Hebbara, he won the election from our Uttar Kannada, isn't it? And even include our Kageri also, isn't it? The same thing, legislative council, there are 75 members. These tenure, these members tenure means their period, andre avaru work ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಅವಧಿ 6 years. Okay, so they are called upper house. These legislative councils, they are elected by the graduates, and these assembly members, legislative assembly members, graduates and the teachers. Okay, so from them they are getting the votes. Actually 1 month back it was over now in our Uttar Kannada also, yes or not? Yes. Next one is we will learn about the governor and the chief minister. Before that, what is the qualification to become a members of MLC or the MLAs? First of all, he should be a citizen of India, whoever it may be, MLC or MLAs, he should be a citizen of India. Then he must be, especially legislative assembly, those who are the members participating for the election, it must be 25 years, less than 25 years, means 25 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಗಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ. Understood? Then he should not be insolvent, means he should not have lots of illegal property. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಓಕೆ, ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಕೆಲವರಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅವರ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಥವಾ ಮುತ್ತಾತನ ಕಾಲದಿಂದ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಅಡ್ಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಅವರು ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿ ಕ್ರಿಮಿನಲ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಥವಾ ಕ್ರಿಮಿನಲ್ ಮೈಂಡನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅಥವಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನು, ಆ ಥರ ಅವರು ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋ ಹಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಇಂಪ್ರಿಸನ್ಡ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಜೈಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿರಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಮೇಜರ್ qualifications become a legislative assembly. And one more, it is he should not hold any office profit. For example, if he is a member of legislative assembly, he should not have that office profit or the what do you call that, not only profit, property also. ಆಫೀಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಅವರು ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಂದಿರಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಮೇಜರ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಟು ಬಿಕಮ್ ಅ ಲೋಯರ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್. Then what exactly they are doing the works? First of all, here they are making the constitution, or they are creating the legislature for our states. For example, this is a Karnataka, isn't it? So where it is our lower house and upper house, where is the legislative assembly office and the legislative council? Do you know that? Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad, where it is in the Bangalore. What is that? Vidhan Sabha and Vidhana Parishad. It is in Bangalore. Head office is Bangalore, isn't it? So here Bangalore, these legislative assembly 224 members also, what they are doing, they are creating the laws or the legislature for us Karnataka people, okay, and all the financial matters they will take care of that. They'll ask the MLC's opinion, but these MLC, they couldn't, if they are not accepted also, these MLAs, they will pass the bill or the financial bill, or they are making the means they are taking the two-third part of the majority votes. If they will delay, MLCs, they will, MLC candidate, they will delay also. Final decision who will take? MLAs, means what is that? Legislative assembly members, they are taking the final decisions of the final financial aspects or any regarding bills or whatever, okay. Then these council minister is responsible for the assembly. Who's that? These are the MLCs. They are the responsible for these assembly also. Not only councils. All these council ministers, they are responsible for the assembly also, because they are elected by the assembly people also, as well as graduates and the teachers also, isn't it? So that they are the responsible. And another thing is, whatever these 224 members, they are doing the legislature, and they are planning, it may be budget, or it may be any financial aspects, or economically, whatever the socially, economically, politically, whatever the plan or agenda is there, no, that these MLAs, they are going to do, okay. Then they are showing, they are asking MLC's opinion also, but final decision is taken by the MLA only, okay. Apart from that, children, these assembly government policies unsatisfactory, means sometimes what will happen, these legislative assembly, whatever they are doing, or if they are not sure to running the government, they can resign. Understood? If they cannot so confident, if they don't have the so confident, means confident irlilla run madake government andre, they can resign it. Understood? So that is the major works, and they are allocating the works to all these MLCs and the MLA members, okay. All these members, they are working, they are giving the works, they are distributing the works, children. Got it? For example, we are having the police inspectors, circle inspectors, electricians, sorry, for example, what is that BHEL, yes or not, HESCOM ಅಂತ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ನಾವು, ಹಾಗೆ. ಸೊ ಈಚ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿವೇರ್, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಸಿಟಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ರೈಲ್ವೇದು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್, these people, they are distributing the works, children, okay, so that our government is going on smoothly. And another thing is, here there is two types. One is now we are discussing about the executive. Have you understood? Legislative assembly and legislative council. So now we are going to about the executives. Who are the executives in our Karnataka? Do you know that? Yes, governor and the chief minister and his council ministers. Governor, he is the constitutional head of the state. Then he is appointed by the President of India. Understood? ಇವಾಗ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಆಂಧ್ರ ಪ್ರದೇಶ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾವುದೇ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಗವರ್ನರು ಮತ್ತು ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರು, ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಆ ಗವರ್ನರು ಯಾರಿಂದ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾರಿಂದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ? He is elected by the, he is not electing, he is appointed by the president. Understood? So almost all the states governor, they are appointed by the President of India. Got it? Then one more thing is, children, this governor he should have the 35 years age, ಅಂದರೆ 35 ವರ್ಷಗಳು ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು when he will become a governor. Then he should not having any membership of this legislative assembly or the councils or any Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha member. Okay, so he should not having any membership. He is only appointed by the President of India. Then he is allocating the works, means his functions are there. How Prime Minister and President is doing the work, no? Like that here Governor also doing the work. Major thing is he is appointed our Chief Minister. Okay, then what the Chief Minister is nominating the person. He is the Education Minister, he is the Railway Minister, he is a Financial Minister, he is a Deputy Minister, like that he is appointed, he is nominating. No, that nomination this governor is taking and he is appointing all the members. Understood? And whatever these legislature council or the legislative assembly members they are doing the constitutions or any laws, it will goes to the governor's hand, then he will approve that. Got it? So here governor and the speaker also they are playing their own role. Then chief minister. Now who is the chief minister? Do you know that? Yes. Who is the governor? Vajubhai Wala. Who is the chief minister? Yediyurappa. Yes or not? So here chief minister, he should be a citizen of India. It is not only for the chief minister, it is even legislative assembly members, council members, governor as well as the chief minister also. First major qualification, what is that? He should be a citizen of India. Understood? And he should not be any ಇನ್ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ಪ್ರಿಸನ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿ ಜೈಲಿಗೂ ಹೋಗಬಾರ್ದು ಮತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿನ ಹೊಂದಿರಬಾರ್ದು. ದೆನ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಹಿ ಶುಡ್ ಫಿನಿಶ್ಡ್ ಹಿಸ್ 35 years ಏಜ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ is having his tenure 5 years, means every 5 years once election will be held, yes or not? That is the major qualifications of the chief minister, and he is appointed by the governor of the Karnataka. Then what functions he can do? I already said that. First of all, he is nominating all these assembly members, isn't it? And even chief minister also, he is also one of the member of this legislative assembly, ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಒಂದು ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪ ಅವರು ಯಾವ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಿಂದ ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾರೋ ಆ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವರು ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ವಿನ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ದೆನ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ 224 ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಒನ್ ರೈಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್, ದೇ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್. ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ಗವರ್ನರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ? ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ದ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ವರ್ಕ್. He is allocating the works to all other members of the legislative council and the members of the legislative assembly. Okay, then this governor, he is appointing the minister. Governor is appointing the which minister? I already said that education minister, financial minister, railway minister, like that. Yes or not? Deputy chief minister. Like this they are giving the names, and that is chief minister having the rights to nominate their membership. ಅಂದರೆ ಈಗ ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರು ಈ 224 ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸನ್ನು ಈ ಮೆಂಬರು ಈ ಥರ, ಈ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರು ಈ ಥರ ಅಂತ ಅವರು ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಆಗ ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಅವರನ್ನು ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ he plays an important role in initiating relationship between the central and the state. ಇವಾಗ ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪ ಅವರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ? He is maintaining the relationship between the central and the state, Karnataka as well as the Delhi. Delhi is the central government, isn't it? So that central government and the state government in between, he should maintain the good relationship, children. Understood? That is a major thing. And he is having the rights to allocate all the works, departmental works, as well as he can he can advise the governor to appoint some ministers. Understood? And one more thing, this chief minister, he can drop any minister. Such ministers is not doing any work or is doing any criminal activities like that. The chief minister, he can remove that, drop that ministers. Understood? So that is also main power our chief minister is having. Understood, children? So today the state government about we have learnt. Next one is judiciary. What is that? Judiciary. Yes, I already said that in the central level it is Supreme Court, isn't it? But in the state level, what is that? High Court. What is that? High Court and the subordinate court we are having. Why we need judiciary, children? What it will give? Judiciary, it will give us justice. Yes or not? Judiciary, it will give the justice. So here, Supreme Court is the head of our central government. All over India, Supreme Court is the highest law of the court. Whatever the law, whatever the justice, everything it is given by the Supreme Court. Supreme Court decision is the final. Understood? But each and every state also they are having their own court, that is High Court. For example, Karnataka, we are having the High Court in Bangalore. Understood? Tamil Nadu, they are having in Chennai. Andhra Pradesh, they are having in Hyderabad. So like that, each and every state also they are having the High Court, as well as what we have final decision who is taking? Yes, central government. So Supreme Court is the, final decision who is taking? Supreme Court, isn't it? So this Supreme Court is the highest law of our country. And another thing is, these Supreme Court Chief Justice and all other judges, senior judges, okay, Supreme Court, one is the Chief Justice and all other judges, they are appointed by the President of India, and President is appointing the High Court judges also. Got it, children? Then here, what is the qualification? Before that, Supreme Court, okay, it is only one, isn't it? And Chief Justice is the head, means he is the final, he is giving the final decision. And all other 25 senior judges also, they are appointed by the President of India. That is the major thing you have to remember. Understood? And what functions this judiciary will do? Do you know that? Yes, they are protecting our rights. What is that? What is the rights? Do you know that? Yes, our constitution, it has given to us some fundamental rights, basic rights they have given, isn't it? That fundamental rights is protected by our judiciary, so that it is giving a justice. Then what it can solve? Do you know that? How it can maintain? Do you know that? Supreme Court, for example, I told it is a highest law. It is maintaining the good relationship between the states and the central level. Understood? And it is what is that? Judiciary. Yes. It is framed the law. It is interpret the laws and frame the legislature. I already said that. What it is do? What the legislature is making the laws, this judiciary, it will interpret the laws. Understood? Then another thing is, it is, this Supreme Court is taking the risks and disputes between the states. Between the states means, for example, in Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, always about the Kaveri river disputes is going on, isn't it? Yes, like that. And Goa and Karnataka also, isn't it? So these are all the disputes is there, no? That disputes majorly it will handle, our Supreme Court will be handling. Understood? Then another thing is, they perform the important task for the protecting our life. It is not only here, all these politicians, it may be MPs or MLAs, parliament members, or the state legislative councils or state legislative assembly members, they should not interfere in the Supreme Court or the High Court. They should not interfere in the matter of judiciary. Understood? So it will hand over all the, it will hand all over the Indians rights, means Indian citizens rights. It will protect the Indian citizens rights, children. Understood? Nobody interfere our matter. ನಮ್ಮ ಸೊಸೈಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬದುಕ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಲ್ವಾ, ಸೊ ಈ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಂದ ಹಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಯ್ತಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಜುಡಿಷಿಯರಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, it is, judiciary is at the level of local bodies also, isn't it? From the gram panchayat level only it is there, and the taluk level it is there, isn't it? ತಹಸೀಲ್ದಾರ್ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ, ಹಾಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಹತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಥ್ರೂ ದಟ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಜುಡಿಷಿಯರಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ಗಳು ಒಂದೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಕೋರ್ಟ್ಗಳಿಗಿಂತ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, police station ಬರುತ್ತೆ. For example, if we are getting any robbery in our house or any criminal activities is going on in our society or in surrounding area, then police will come, they are registered, they are maintaining the files, then those who are the criminals, they are means they are arresting, isn't it? Then they are inquiring in the police station. If it cannot do in the police station, it seems, then they'll go to the jilla or taluk judiciary. Then it will not solve, then they'll go to the high court. Then what they can solve, do you know that? Divorce, ಗಂಡ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಜಗಳಗಳು ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಆ ಥರ ಡೈವರ್ಸ್ ಕೇಸ್. ದೆನ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ, ಅಣ್ಣ ತಮ್ಮಂದ್ರ ಜಗಳ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬಂದರೆ, then I already said that Supreme Court is handling the two states disputes, isn't it? So regarding all these 7 union territories and the 29 states matters, or the any problems, central government, Supreme Court, it will be solving. If it will solve in their own state level, means nothing issue. So if it doesn't solve, sometimes what will happen, ಈಗ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ತಮಿಳ್ನಾಡಿಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕೈಲಿ ಬಗೆಹರಿಸೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲೂ ಹೈಕೋರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಥವಾ ತಮಿಳ್ನಾಡು ಚೆನ್ನೈದಲ್ಲೂ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಯಿತು, ಡೆಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಯಿತು, ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ಗೆ. ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಟ್ ಡೆಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್? ಸೊ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ, if any matter disputes about the property or any robberies, killers, whatever, murderers, these are all the people, if they are not getting the judgment in the taluk level, then they'll go to the jilla parishad, means district level court. If district level court also it will not solve, then they'll go to high court in Bangalore. If high court also it will not give the judgment, then finally they'll appeal the Supreme Court, understood? Then Supreme Court again it will have, it will see all the documents from the people as well as the court also, these high court and the subordinate courts also. Okay, then it will give the final decision. There it will be solve everything, final decision. It may be late, it may be late means the 10 years also it will take, sometimes it will take, but it will give the correct and the final decisions, understood? And high court, I already said that high court it is in the Bengaluru. There is a 24 judges in the high court. What is that? 24 high courts in our India. 29 states ಇದೆ, ಆದರೆ 24 high courts is in our India, understood? So Karnataka, where we have Bengaluru, we are having the high court, yes or not, children? Yes, this is the Supreme Court and this is the High Court in Bengaluru. Can you see that? Bengaluru High Court and the Supreme Court, understood? So here what is the qualifications of the judge? Do you know that if justice we want, means that person should learn about the justice, isn't it? He knows about the laws, yes or not? So first he is studied about the law. He is reading 5 years or 3 years he is reading the law. After law graduation, what he will do, he is practicing in the lawyer office, then he will become a lawyer, then senior lawyer, then he will appointed as a judge. So here judge, high court judge qualification, do you know that? Yes, he must be a citizen of India. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್? ಜಡ್ಜ್ದು ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್? ಹಿ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಎ ಸಿಟಿಜನ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ and he should practice 10 years as a lawyer or judge in the high court. Understood? In any subordinate court also he can he should finish his 10 years service. Understood? 10-year service in any subordinate court. Then high court also 10 years he should work. Then he can go to the Supreme Court judge. Understood? Supreme Court senior Supreme Court judge ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. So that experience he must have, children. Or he can do the work in the high, for example, high court level judge. He should practice at least 10 years as a lawyer or advocate or in high court judges. Understood? 5 years in high court judges. So that is the major qualifications of judges in the high court. So we need a justice, we need a judiciary, isn't it? Otherwise what will happen? Will not be ಏನು ನಮಗೆ ಸುಖವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಬದುಕಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಏನು ಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ? ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕು, ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸೊಸೈಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ? ನಮ್ಮ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಕೊರತೆಗಳಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಸ್ಟ್, ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್, ರಿಲಿಜನ್, ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ frequently disputes is going on in our country, isn't it? So we need a police protection and court protections, so not so we need a justice. ಇದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರನಾದರೂ ಜುಡಿಷಿಯರಿ ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ವಾ? So please go through the lesson, children. Understand state government as well as the judiciary and these executives about you have to learn today. Understood? Thank you.